try to fight for camera time and talk all the time. It doesn't bother me that people say you're scared of her. Of course I'm not scared of her. How could I protect her if I'm scared of her? What it is I have respect for her, and I don't get a kick out of disrespecting or embarrassing my wife in front of people. She talks more than I do. She's gonna say things that I don't or wouldn't say. So she's gonna say stuff. I don't have to have her come back. I'm cool with where I'm at.
All right, y'all. Let's break this down because things just got real messy. Dr. Damon, known for being one of the most quiet and respectful husbands on reality TV.
So sensitive. When my wife says you're a cheater, doesn't have anything to do with your profession.
Doesn't know me. You
doesn't
do.
have anything to do with your pocket.
Know me.
But he could say the same thing about you, not stepping up to him about him being respected in the medical community.
Stepping up to him.
But no, but you know his character.
Just admitted something that left fans speechless. He cheated. And what's even more shocking is how Dr. Heavenly reacted when the truth came out. We've seen couples post their perfect lives online. Cute pictures, sweet captions, matching outfits, all the stuff that looks flawless. But as we know, social media doesn't show everything. Behind the smiles and filters, there's often a reality people are too scared or ashamed to share. And this situation with Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly? It's one of those stories. It wasn't a rumor. It wasn't gossip spread by a bitter ex or a jealous friend.
Somebody got to be okay, because I surely am not. Opposites attract, ain't that right, Daddy? That's why I like Dr. Damon, because he cool and calm and relaxed. You know, if I get a little frazzled, a little hurricane come in, it's just the calm seas that cool over the hurricane, okay? You need a calm man. If you know what I mean? If your man ain't calm, somebody need to be calm.
It came straight from Dr. Damon himself. The confession happened during what was supposed to be a private conversation. No cameras, no audience, just a raw moment that somehow, someway, made its way to the public. Someone overheard, someone recorded, and before anyone could blink, it was out there for everyone to hear. Maybe another woman was about to tell her side of the story. Maybe the walls were closing in, but others believe it was a genuine moment.
Say I hit my man in the head with a pan.
Who said that? Who said that? One of your friends?
Greg's new wife.
Did you hit your man in the head? Let's start there. Have you ever hit your man in the head with a pan?
Let me clarify.
Please.
My marriage is perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect, so why would I? Did I answer your question?
Why would you hit your man?
Yeah, right. But my marriage is perfect.
Correct. Even though we know there are no perfect marriages.
It didn't feel like a performance for ratings. It felt like release, like he was finally letting go of a secret he couldn't carry anymore. Now, here's where it hit even harder. Everyone turned their attention to Dr. Heavenly, and what we saw from her. That was a side many people hadn't seen before. Dr. Heavenly is known for being loud, quick-witted, and tough. She's not the type to cry on camera. She's the one with the bold opinions, the one people either love or love to hate. But when the confession leaked, she went live and she was nothing like her usual self. There was no yelling, no dragging, no anger, just silence and tears. She sat there trying to keep it together. Her voice was shaky. Her hands trembled. You could see her trying not to break down, but the pain was written all over her face. She kept saying one word over and over, trust. I trusted him, she said, again and again. And every time she said it, it felt like a piece of her was breaking right in front of us. Of course, the internet had opinions. Some people criticized her, saying she should have known. But a lot more people showed compassion. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter how strong or smart you are when someone you love betrays you. It hurts just the same. One person commented, "You could see it in her face." That wasn't for the cameras.
Really is the foundation for everything you got, right?
Lives on good. He don't say that.
It is.
God's the foundation for everything.
So, Daddy, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. What do you think about people saying you need to check me? They saying you need to check me, baby. What's up with that?
I do.
Check you don't check
I
me.
just
Check.
don't understand our language.
Right, but check me ain't no man's language. We don't check each other. We talk to each other, right?
We just talk. If you're saying something I don't like, you know, I'm not gonna try to embarrass
We talking about the stuff I say on the show, though. You don't need to
Nothing
check me.
embarrassing.
To me, most of that stuff is funny, though. If y'all look for it and what it is, it's just really fun and funny until it ain't. But God is good, baby. Anything else you want to say?
Heavenly is really going through it. My heart broke watching her hold back those tears. Another added, say what you want about her being loud, but no woman deserves that kind of betrayal. She loved him completely. And here's something to think about. What if, deep down, she did know? What if her heart had already felt something was off, but her mind refused to believe it? Now that everything's out, fans have been going back and rewatching old clips, interviews, and lives. And the more people look, the more they're noticing signs that maybe Dr. Heavenly was struggling silently. She always said she trusted Dr. Damon. She said it so often in podcasts, on the show, in interviews. She once said, "If I have to go looking through his phone, I don't want him." But sometimes, when someone repeats something too much, it's not to convince others. It's to convince themselves. She's made comments about how hard marriage is. In one old confessional, she said, "If Daddy ever stepped out on me, it would kill me." Back then, people thought it was just a figure of speech. But now, hearing it again, it sounds more like fear. Like someone trying to be brave even though she's terrified the worst might already be happening. Even during her Instagram lives, she would talk about being tired, not just physically, but emotionally. She said she was holding a lot together. Fans used to think she meant work or filming, but now they wonder if she was talking about her marriage the whole time. Just when it felt like things couldn't get more complicated, more details started to surface. At first, people hoped this was a one-time mistake, a single lapse in judgment. But now, rumors are swirling that it wasn't just one woman. Allegedly, there were several, and one of them? She might have been someone who's been around for years. Someone who knows the family. Maybe even someone who's appeared on the show. That's when fans really started digging. Old episodes were rewatched. Screenshots were pulled. People started noticing which women were a little too friendly, who always popped up in the background, smiling just a bit too much. One name started floating around in fan groups. It hasn't been confirmed publicly, but behind the scenes, it's buzzing. Anonymous messages claimed Damon was texting one woman late at night during filming trips. Another said there were hotel receipts. One even included dates and locations. When stories like this come out, it's no longer just about a couple's relationship. It becomes about their entire image, brand, and everything they stand for. Dr. Heavenly isn't just a reality TV personality. She's a business owner, a dentist, a motivational speaker, a YouTuber. Her brand is built on strength, independence, and loyalty, especially as a wife. So this betrayal? It shakes everything. One fan said, "Her whole platform was built on loyalty and believing in your husband." This turns everything upside down. Another wrote, "People joke about Heavenly being messy, but this isn't funny. She's a woman who just got publicly hurt by the man she's loved for decades. And now, even Dr. Damon, who used to stay far away from drama, is being dragged into it. He's gone from background husband to front page headline. Events he was scheduled to speak at are going silent. No official cancellations yet, but word is some organizers are rethinking things. Meanwhile, Heavenly's social media presence has changed. She's still showing up, but the spark isn't there. Her usual confidence, the sass, the jokes, they're gone. You can feel the pain in her voice, see the heaviness in her eyes. So, what's next for the couple? Sources say both of them are in therapy but separately. They're not jumping into fixing things together just yet. They're taking space, trying to figure out what they each want outside of the expectations and the cameras. Dr. Heavenly, by all accounts, is digging deep. She's not just trying to patch things up for appearances. She's asking herself what she really wants, not what the fans expect, not what looks good online, but what actually feels right in her heart. Dr. Damon? He's taking accountability. No excuses, no gaslighting, no finger pointing. He's sitting with the damage he caused. A fan commented, "I respect him for owning it, but that doesn't mean she owes him anything." Someone else added, This isn't about Damon anymore. This is about Heavenly finding herself outside of being his wife. People close to them say this isn't a quick fix situation. They're sitting in the silence, feeling the pain, and slowly figuring out what comes next. Just when we thought the drama might calm down, more claims started surfacing. New women are allegedly coming forward. And this time, the stories aren't about quick hookups. They're about actual relationships. For now, it's all whispers, but those whispers are turning into noise. This isn't just a story about cheating. It's about what's real behind the picture-perfect marriages we see on TV. Dr. Heavenly went from being praised for having one of the most solid marriages in reality TV to facing one of the most painful public breakdowns we've seen in a long time. And yet, she's still here. Not as loud, not as bold, but present. There's a different kind of strength showing now. Not the kind that comes from being the biggest personality in the room, but the kind that shows up when someone's heart has been broken and they're slowly figuring out how to rebuild from scratch. Whether she chooses to stay or walk away, it's clear this isn't just about their relationship anymore. It's about her voice, her healing, her peace. And now we wait. Will this be the end of a chapter or the start of a whole new story? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. See y'all next time.